Yay, hello, and welcome everyone. My name is Rita Fleming, and I'm excited to be your host today alongside my dear friend Laura Guccione, who I'll be introducing. And today we're going to be speaking about how, as a result of our Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Program, individuals experience an enhanced gratitude and appreciation for life, a reduction in their pain and inflammation. Raise your hand if you need that. A restored sense of peace and calm via nervous system regulation, and a knowing that they're getting all of their nutritional bases covered. So what we're talking about today is for individuals who are tired of putting themselves on the back burner. Raise your hand if that's you. Or for individuals who are ready to expand their capacity to live their potential and bring their joy to the next level. So go ahead and drop a 10 in the chat if that resonates with you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone. Welcome. And we're also going to be talking about how, as a result of our business transformation, individuals experience greater peace and time and prosperity. And this program is for individuals who are tired of playing small and are ready to build not only generational health, but generational wealth, and spread their wings by sharing their voices and making a larger impact in the world. So drop an 8, which is a sign of abundance, in the comments if you can get down with that or if that resonates with you. We got lots of 8s. Hi, yeah, Michelle. And our Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Program, which we're going to dive into today, is super meaningful to me because we're living in a time of overabundance and overexposure to toxicity in our environment, in our water, in our food systems, and what we put on our bodies. And simultaneously, we're living in a time of underabundance and depletion where our food systems are void of nutrients due to fast farming practices, due to rapid soil degeneration, and an overuse of chemicals and pesticides. And right now we're in a health crisis, and it's time to get back to the foundations of health. 50% of our children are dealing with a chronic disease. 1 in 8 children have asthma. 1 in 5 children are dealing with obesity. 1 in 2 children have food allergies. That's a lot. 1 in 44 children are dealing with autism. And back in the 70s, that number used to be 1 in 5,000 children. And today, 1 in 6 children are dealing with a mental health disorder. And there's this, which is really shocking to me, but there's so much that we can do. And there's this quote by Nelson Mandela, and he says, "There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way it treats its children." So we have so much that we can do, and we have so many resources, education, and solutions in ways that we can transform our health. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Just drop a 9 in the comments if some of those statistics were shocking to you. Yeah. So I want to bring on Laura Guccione, who is going to share her story, her health story, about how this ultimate lifestyle transformation has impacted her. And go ahead, Laura, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Laura's one of my favorite people. I've known her since I was a little girl, and she's like an auntie to me.
Thanks, Rita. I'm so happy to be here with all of you all. And I'm beyond grateful to have had these foods introduced into my life. And I want to cry when I hear all the statistics about the children. And I honestly wish, as a mother, I would have had this when my kids were young. I would have been a better mother. I would have been a calmer mother. And what I've been able to accomplish in the last couple of years because of the brain fog being lifted and the calmer nervous system, I think is a paramount testimony to what it can do. It's not just about weight loss. For a lot of people, I've always eaten organic, always been athletic, but brain fog and explosive energy and not sleeping was just part of me. And I really think it had a lot to do with the toxins that were in the food now, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I've also enjoyed the opportunity to share this with so many other people. And I see some on here, and I'm grateful for that, because as a result of me being able to share detoxing foods, foods that are high in nutrition, we can allow the body to do what it can do on its own, which is not be allergic to everything, not have major gut issues, not have explosive tempers, be able to sleep 8 hours. And brain fog is not supposed to be part of us. So as a result of that, I've helped a lot of people with those symptoms, as well as weight loss and gut issues. And I just hung up the phone before this call with somebody with type 2 diabetes, and his ACI numbers dropped from 86 to 74, and the last one was 69. It's like, okay, here we go. And he's lost 35 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. And he has more to go. But he said, I'm learning the value of my food more. And I was hoping my sister could join us, but she has having a hard time understanding how to connect. And just that joy that I can turn my family onto this, and my sisters. I'm the youngest out of 5 girls, and I'm 60. And all of them have increased energy. Their skin is more beautiful. They are feeling energized. And one sister with rheumatoid arthritis has not been able to make a fist in 5 years, and now is making a fist and pushing her grandkids on the swing, and is able to spend the entire day with them. Yeah, it's been wonderful. And I actually have a kit, but I don't know if we need to get into that or not.
Yeah, that's amazing, Laura, all that you're sharing and all the impact that you're making. And I would love to dive into the kit if you want to explain a little bit and show people what's in it. What does it look like?
Sure.
Thank
And I
you.
have to say too, I don't think I would have had the courage to shave my head, which is something I've always wanted to do, unless I was listening to Kimberly on Bob's recommendation, and just how this really, really, the more you detox and the more you fill up with nutrients, your true self can come through. And that is a vibrational self. And this has always been the real me. I could never stand all that hair and all that makeup. I just didn't like it. So it's allowed me to not only relate to people and hear people who want to know more, but it's allowed me to be me. Yeah. And so no wonder things are thriving well. And one of the first things I'm so stoked about is the Biomedic, because this is the only third-party proven supplement that removes glyphosate. And I just had a call with a customer who said she was feeling constipated. And all I said was just back off. That's all, just back off some. And that's also an indication that there's a lot of toxins that want to come out. And this works as a binder. So we want to be aware of that. And that's the other beauty of this. This is so easy to put into your day and so easy to adjust to everybody's needs. There's no set plan template for everybody, because we're all different people and we've all had different experiences leading up to that. But I shared with her how I start every morning with warm lemon water and Biomedic, because our bodies are most acidic when we wake up. And when I have lemon water, it's the most alkaline thing I can do for my body. So first thing in the morning. And I am been a coffee drinker for over 58 years. Since I was sitting on my dad's lap, I've been a coffee drinker. And to me, to think that I don't want coffee anymore, even when I took people through cleanses, I would tell them, I still drink coffee. I'm Italian, I drink coffee, but I don't want it anymore. And it's amazing to sleep 8 hours. I've never, ever, I just don't do that, never. And it's actually happening. So then I have that, and I follow it up with my super aminos, which I love. And I always share with people that those, are used for people who can't move at all, to prevent muscle atrophy. And I'm getting ready to do a lot of ski conditioning, getting ready for ski season, and I'm powering up with those. And then I always add a shake. I'm on to my second one already today, which I love, and I've actually been putting in the collagen powder. And my friend who said, I'm feeling a little constipated, was like, have another shake. And I always tell people I drink it down to 3/4 of the way, gone, that much there, then fill it back up with water and drink that. And I really like these containers because I know I need the minimum of 6 of these of water a day. And if 4 of them are going to be with the shake, it's not that big of a deal to have 2 more. And I'm feeling so much better. I know that's affecting my sleep too. It's just the major water intake I'm having. So I told her to, just back off on the Biomed at night, but I'm going to have one tonight. And then of course the Apotha cherry. We just sent a gift to Bob's friend who was talking about eating dried cherries. And this is concentrated, 16 cups is equivalent to 1 tablespoon of this concentrated cherry juice. How can I not sleep well and feel better too? I mean, that has been a gold, and my sisters have been enjoying that as well. And then after 10 days, if you're doing this protocol, you can add the Super Cleanser. And I vary between, depending on the person, I'm recommending 2 in the morning and 1 at night, or 2 and 2. But I always say this is when, especially if it's somebody that wants to lose weight, this is when we're really sticking on those flex foods. And I'm a serious fruit eater. So this is when I'm not trying to lose weight. So I don't care about the quantity. I eat as much watermelon as I want. I eat as much grapes as I want. But I don't want bread, pasta. I don't want coffee. I don't want red wine. There's no appetite for it anymore. And that's been the wonderful benefit to be able to share with people. Oh, but I'm craving this. Believe me, it's the parasites that are doing the craving. You think it's you, but it's not. And when you get rid of them, shit, yeah. So you actually save on money and you save on time.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Laura. That's so inspiring and true. It's amazing to feel that level of clarity in our bodies where it's such a deep freedom to reclaim like what your body actually truly needs and let go of what it doesn't need and not even have cravings for it anymore. It's such a freedom.
And I also want to jump in with, how can that not affect our relationships? I notice that I'm a better listener. I have more compassion.
I love that.
Because a lot of people just don't know any better. Like I said, my dad was from Italy and came over on the boat, and he said we were always dirty, but we really didn't know any better. That was they didn't have running water. That was what it was, and so really just accepting people where they are. I know. And that brings me on to, if we want to transition into the wealth, because as a real estate agent, I'm going on my 10th year as a real estate agent, and I love helping people and that sort of thing. But the separation of who can afford to live in this town, and I live in one of the most gorgeous places in Colorado, but I've been here for over 40 years, and almost 40 years actually. And the locals that are getting pushed out because they can't afford to live here. That's really difficult to still be proud to be a real estate agent that aligns with that. And these are my friends. And to walk down my street of this town with all these fantastic restaurants, and 3 of them are open because there's nobody to work. And you got 2 billionaires that came in and bought everything. How can that support my values? It can't. So I'm very, very grateful to have this as a business as well. Because last year also real estate, it was crazy. It was gangbusters. I had 12 contracts at once at one point. That was the OC, man. And now this year it's crickets, a few closings. That's about it. And I'm okay with that because I've got this other business that's helping pay the bills, but it's also aligned with my values. You know, I have learned so much, and I think it's the brain fog going away about the planning that went into the genetically modified seeds and the herbicides that were mandatory to follow suit with it. I've just finished another book called Seeds of Destruction. And I'm actually taking that passion of how polluted our food system is and all the killings it's causing and the profits it's giving to the pharmaceutical companies and how those are the same stockholders. This is horrific. And when I met David Sandoval, I said to him, without you, I would feel hopeless. You know, this has given me a brass ring. This has given me some hope. And I'm not even talking about Purium, but on the 16th and here in Crested Butte and on the 8th in Gunnison, and maybe if you guys want to do this in your community, I'm giving a presentation and I'd happy to record it on how genetic, I've titled it, would you like to know why the food system is failing your family in the United States? But it's really all over. It destroyed the culture in India. They destroyed the culture in Iraq. The whole taking over of Iraq is actually turned it into a free market where they made all the rules and allowed all these international corporations come in and take over the land. And guess what they did with them? You had to have the genetically modified seed. Same thing happened in Brazil. It's so sad what went on in Argentina. It used to be the most beautiful culture and geography. It had a 5% poverty rate. Nobody was poor in Argentina at all. And when the genetically modified fields came in and took away all of that land from all of those people and insisted they use these seeds, not only did it destroy the culture, it destroyed the economy, and it turned it into a 1% culture like we live in, where the 1% are wealthy and a lot of people are sick. And I am even more on a mission with helping to spread this word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much, Laura. I mean, we have many pillars here at Purium. One is the health, obviously, and transforming our food systems and getting access to nutrient-dense foods, which we just don't have access to at the grocery stores because of those fast farming practices, and all that Laura's talking about. And then we have our pillar of planetary health and planetary stewardship. And due to our farming practices, Dave and Amy have fostered relationships with organic and regenerative farmers for over 30 years. And that's changing the trajectory of our food system and our soil health. And, reducing our reliance on those chemical pesticides that are impacting our water, impacting our gut health. And, part of that root cause of the statistics that we heard earlier. So, and then we have this wealth transformation where, as Laura was talking about, 1% of the richest people in the US have the same amount of wealth as the bottom 90% of people. And 72% of six-figure earners in the US are men. 90% of the world's millionaires are men, only 10% are women. And just imagine the different cultural concept if those numbers were reversed, or if we had more balance in our society. And here at Purium, we're a woman-led company, and only 5% of women earn top wages in the US, but at Purium, 90% of women earn top wages. And this business not only has completely transformed my health and my life, it allowed me to get out of, I had chronic pain for years and years from a car accident. And this allowed me to get to an athleticism that I hadn't been in 15 years. It truly allowed me to come home to myself, as Laura is sharing. And it's also helped me to create time freedom and location freedom. I just moved back to Colorado to be closer to my nephews and, my family. And I'm just so grateful for this platform that allows me to have that time freedom, that location freedom, and that financial freedom. And in my regenerative health practice, I was only able to help one person at a time. And through this platform, through this community, through being able to work in collaboration with each other, and many hands make light work, right? I can only impact so many people in a day. Laura can only impact so many people, but collectively as a community, we can make a massive impact and a grassroots change, from the ground up. So this is just a powerful platform in all of those different regards. And, it's really allowed me to align with my values as well, as Laura was sharing, and make a way bigger impact than I was able to do when I was working full time, multiple jobs, and also working my regenerative health practice. So, Laura, is there anything else that you want to add in here? I'm just want to honor everyone's time and super grateful that people were able to come here. But Laura, was there anything else that you wanted to add?
I think the only thing that I'd like to add is when we talk to people about this, not everyone can hear it. And I was on the phone earlier. I do all my calls in the morning. I was on the phone earlier with a dear friend who Camille ran into months ago, and I began speaking with her almost a year ago. And it takes people a while to hear. And that's really accepting people where they are and accepting ourselves where we are.
I love that. And thank you for all that you shared today, Laura, and sharing your story and your passion. And really, this is such a powerful community and collective where we want to make a larger impact. So if you know anyone who this could support, send them this call, let them know. And if you yourself are wanting to either transform your health and take it to the next level, create that freedom in your body, or you're wanting to create a secondary residual income stream and create more financial freedom, or you want to align with your deeper purpose and passion and make a larger impact, we have a space for you here. So just connect in with the person that invited you to this call, and they can answer questions. We can hop on a phone call and just, see if this is a good fit for you in any of those goals. And we'd love to support. So thank you everyone for attending today. And again, just please connect in, and we'd love to share more education and resources of how we can support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
See all your faces.
Bye.